Good morning. Welcome, everybody, to Haiku Friday. Today is June 14th, 2024, and I'm back on location. That seemed to get some positive feedback last week. So we're going to try to do a little more of that as the weather has become nice. Although I have to say, it has dropped like 10 degrees here in maybe an hour. It's getting a little chilly. Getting a little chilly again. It is only June. We'll have our summer here, July, mid July through September. We'll have good weather here. So we're going to be out here as much as we can be during that time for Haiku Friday. Uh, so let's get started with some Haiku Friday. Today is Haiku Friday, June 14th, 2024. Um, The first one is from Max Q. Max Q, down in southern climes, has been enjoying tomatoes from his garden. Ours are merely blossoms at this point. So it's very exciting to see how, I don't know, spring comes a little bit quicker in other places. Okay, here's Max Q's. First tomato worm. Hungry like the rest of us, but hungry no more. Splat. No, that splat was not part of the haiku, but I feel like Max Q put that in there, and it kind of tells you where things are going, right? Maybe oh, is he hungry no more because he got some tomato, or is he hungry no? He got splatted. All right, here. Thanks, Max Q. Here is one from Nikki. Nestled in my arms, a peaceful and perfect world, shielded from the pain. Oh, isn't that lovely? That is quite lovely. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you very much. Now we have one from Laurel. Laurel weighs in every now and again. She wished me a happy summer solstice, and I will wish Laurel the same. But Laurel, whenever she weighs in, it just brings to me her words paint. There's a lot of color, I feel like, in her words. From Laurel. Chorus in blue light. Mezzo forte in treaty. Dreaming a new day. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you, Laurel. Thank you so much. And always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Now we have this one from Bill. And Bill sent this photo. And you know what? I need to remember to attach this photo to the comments because now I can't do that on the YouTube comments because they won't let you post a picture, but I'll put it on the Facebook comments because it really does capture Bill's poem, captures the look of it very well, the feeling of it, I guess you'd say. Here's Bill's. Two red chairs beckon, enticing view of the lake. Lean back and relax. And, it's fun because, Bill's on the opposite end of the spectrum from Max Q, in that Bill lives in a colder place than I live, even. And so, those of us who live in these climes we rejoice in any time that we can be outside and be warm. So, thank you, Bill. Thank you very much. Here's one from Rico San. And, Rico San got going on a little political thing. Of course, then mine's going to pick up on that too. Rico San wrote, a fascist dream world, existing free of conscience, capitalism. It's funny. Capitalism certainly has been co-opted, like so many things, right? So thank you, Rico-san. And I would even say probably at the root of capitalism. What was it? Adam Smith's, I forget how many hundreds or thousands of people you need that basically need to be poor for capitalism to work per person that it does work for. This is the founder of capitalism saying that. All right. Thank you, Rico-san. Thank you. Now here's mine. And, like I said, I think I kind of piggybacked off of Rico-san's. Some vote pro train wreck just to watch dipshit destroy the train they are on. Yeah, I kind of feel that way, that we're kind of for spectacle. Like, oh my gosh, what if you put Chance the Gardener in as president of the United States? And what if you made Chance the Gardener really evil with no morality, right? That'll be fun to watch. And then you're watching it, and it's like, hey, what happened to my job? What happened to all these other things? What happened to my rights? They're gone. But it was fun to watch. So I think hopefully people realize the gravity of our situation and vote accordingly. Okay. That concludes the formal portion of Haiku Friday. If you'd like to stay tuned to kind of hear about a few things going on with me, you're more than welcome to. I would enjoy having you as company. Okay, so Pride this last Saturday was amazing. I mean, there were at least, I would say, probably 50,000. I don't know. All I know is I've never seen the park so crowded, just wall to wall people. I would say it definitely was more people there than Bloomsday, and I don't know about Hoop Fest, maybe Hoop Fest too, but it was amazing. Had some problems with the broadcast. We got kind of forgotten about by the Pride folks. And I totally get it. It's a very busy time for them. And but I have some plans on how to make things better next year for our live broadcast of the Pride Festival and music and whatnot. And I just think it'll be better. It'll be better, and it's just it's so many moving pieces. And for those of you who went down there, you with your families, and lots of churches were down there, it was a lovely, lovely time. You could feel the love, and also you could see how much work goes into Pride. And so when a ball gets dropped, as it does now and again, I'm sure that it's understandable, because we've seen, there's so many things that have to happen, and most of them did. It was wonderful. Kudos to Matt. Kudos to everybody involved. My art was on display for about 24 hours at the Pride headquarters and Spokane AIDS Network quarters. I took it down. I think last year they only had us up for a few hours. We put up on Friday, took down on Friday. It was at the Gonzaga Urban Art Gallery, which was a great venue. This place, I mean, they did what they could, but it's an office complex that you have to get buzzed into. And everybody there was quite nice, but I just don't think people are going to see the art there. And I took it down after a day. They said I could have it up for a month, but it was like, I think everybody who has seen this, who is going to have seen it, has seen it. So I took it down, planning on having some other showings with it soon. All right. There was an article this morning in the paper that kind of resounded some of the things that I've been thinking about lately. It was about a guy on a bicycle who has a big American flag in the back, and people yeah, yelled at him, yelling "Go Trump!" or honked their horns and shook their fist at him because they thought he was a Trump supporter. Why? Because he has an American flag, which is funny because, yes, there were plenty of American flags during the Traitors Uprising on January 6th, but there were also Confederate flags with those, and Nazi flags, and of course lots of Trump flags, which I think embraces Confederacy and Nazism in one fell swoop. But the American flag was there too, so I get how it's being co-opted. Well, I have to say, as a veteran who wore the flag on my flight suit for many years and served my country, and also as a firefighter who wore the flag on my turnout gear. To me, it's just the opposite of President Trump. And so I've been really, last month or so, I've been really thinking about reclaiming the flag. I have a really big flag I put out on Flag Day. Won't be doing it this year because we'll be, not around to take good care of it, but I'm really thinking about putting a big flagpole out in the garden, flying the American flag, and then also having my pride flag underneath it during Pride Month and other things that need to be associated with America. Because I think that I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give that up. Similarly, I kind of sometimes think about my faith. It certainly wasn't what it was when I was a kid, but I also deal with I don't like that what people call Christianity now is actually anti Christian fascism. And I think that it's just kind of the opposite uh, of what the message of Jesus was. Um, and I tell you, at the Pride Festival, all the churches that were there certainly emphasized that as well. So that leads into the next subject. I've been working on um, a thing called Operation Saint Squatch Street Preacher. Um, and this street preachers that go and yell at people, and this is exclusive content. I've not been talking about this publicly, but I figure there's only a few who watch the show, so I will I will talk about this. So I'm building a Sasquatch costume. I'm getting a PA system. I'm going to preach peace and love as Sasquatch, Saint Sasquatch, and of course I've got my holy Sasquatch wares, but I'm not selling anything. I'm just going to set up and preach things. So I have been working on a costume. I have the body of it about 90% done, I would say. And now I'm working on the actual mask, because if you've ever gone online to look for Sasquatch costumes, there's not very many good Sasquatch costumes. So this is the one I've started on. And of course, I'm going to make it based on the Sasquatch art that I did. But here's just the beginning. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. I have to say, this mask has shrunk up. I'm using a thing called down here. I kind of wanted to play with it. I've never played with it before, but it's like foam clay. I don't know if you ever worked foam clay before, but it is interesting stuff. It almost feels like foam rubber, but it's made out of like glue and shaving cream and crazy stuff. So I'm doing this for the base of this thing, and hopefully the mandible will move up and down, and this will be, I don't know, it'll be fun. So I'm fun. This will take a long time because I've got so many other projects going on right now. And so this is those of you who follow my misconstrued platitudes, where I take the art where people buy, and they buy them, like they bought this one from Nordstrom's, which is just unbelievable to me. These little boxes that have sayings that you hang up in your living room: live, laugh, love, blah, blah, blah. And so this one said, I need an 8th day in the week. And so this is what I converted it to. Bite the wee. That's a mountain goat. So I'm hoping to have a show around those sometime. All of those, I think that would be fun. What else is fun? Oh, doing As You Like It right now. I got a very small part, or actually two small parts are kind of combining into one character. But it's fun, and I'm really enjoying. Some of these actors I've never worked with before. Some I've known for a while, but I've never had a chance to work with them. And it's through Spokane Shakespeare Society, and that'll be a free play in the park. And I'll keep you posted on that. And so that's been really fun. I love working with other people, and of course in the Air Force and the fire department, and even when I worked in campus ministry and in advertising. Those were all things that I got to work with other people, and I miss that. I love my solo time. I could spend all day painting and making stuff like I just showed you. But anyway, one in, so stay tuned for As You Like It. Uh, the Same Incident by Chelsea Duvall, who I interviewed her and some of the cast on and the director David on my radio show on Tuesday. I interviewed them, and it sounds like a great play. That opens at Stage Left tonight. And so, if you ever want to be to be the first person to see a play that's going to be, uh, I don't want to like jinx things by saying it's going to be famous, but it's a cool play. So I've been told, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. But I'll be at Stage Left, so go to stagelefttheater.org if you'd like. I recommend it, and go check it out. Check it out. I've got the check for my art piece that got auctioned off, so I'll be splitting the proceeds from that between Stage Left and KYRS. I need to cash the check first, so it's coming, you guys. I mean, don't hold your breath. It's not a ton of money, but it'll be a little something. The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival is this weekend, and gosh almighty, I am so excited for that. I am bringing my recorder. I'm hoping to snag some interviews with folks at this thing. I'm not there to make fun of Bigfoot. I'm not there as a real believer either. I find people's stories are compelling and interesting, and I'd love to hear people tell stories. And I think not to get preachy on you, Jesus told stories through parables, or he taught. And I always think that when people tell me a story of something that happened to them, it's great to kind of know what that narrative is, and they're relating an experience. But I also think on a deeper level, stories move things inside of me to think about things in my life and in the world. And so I'm really looking forward to hearing people's stories at the Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival. Yes. And I'm not bringing any wares to sell. I'm just there as a participant, an observer, and hopefully a recorder of some cool stuff. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into Haiku Friday. Go to haikufriday.com, where this should be posted in about 5 minutes. I should have it posted up there. And I hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully it stays kind of warm. That would be nice, wouldn't it? All right. And not too warm. I know some of you in the United States here are experiencing super hot weather, and hopefully it's not too hot. All right. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.